Hey guys, what's up? And today we're going to be just really doing an honest review of the SRX game. It's made by Monster, which I believe that is the same exact company as what makes, sorry, I have to pause that because it's driving me crazy, the changes in the fucking thing. There we go. So Monster, I believe, makes that and the NASCAR Heat game, so they have a little bit of experience, and they had something to, like, kind of build off of, in a sense. And that's really all that they could get, like, material from. They don't know how the cars are going to drive. They don't know really anything about the series that hasn't been explicitly put out. It was kind of a guessing game with that stuff. So they kind of had to, like, guess with the coding and all of that stuff, and they took a lot of the lessons that they learned from the Heat series and placed them onto SRX series. So, yeah, without further ado, let's get into it. SRX game. It's a fun game. I feel like definitely the career mode. Let's start at the career mode. Let's do it in increments, because I don't want to be all over the place in this video. I really don't want to be all over the place. Let's start with the career mode, and that's what I played most often, aside from, like, quick race and all that stuff. So yeah, starting with career mode, I feel like it's a little bit of a grind. Okay, there's like 5 different series that you have to go through, and one of those series I think has like a lot of races in it, and you can't sim. So I would like to be able to, like, sim through it in the career mode, sim through some stuff. And I think that they also, on the Heat series, kind of need to fix the sim engine, because I feel like I always do really badly if I need to sim a race. Because maybe I'm not good at that track, or maybe I don't feel like racing there because I want to put all my focus on another one that's coming up soon or next. So, or I just don't have a lot of time to race, so I kind of sim so that I can get to, like, the next series or the next event, because I don't want to forget what I'm doing, so I kind of sim. So it would be really nice to be able to sim through a series, because I feel like it's definitely, even just at this point, a grind to be able to get to the SRX series. And I guess that's kind of the name of the career mode. That's kind of what it's made to do, because of all that stuff. But at the same time, you can't. Why can't you sim? You can't make it too much of a grind, or it's not gonna be fun. Like, only, like, the serious hardcore fucking die for this game gamers are gonna be willing to grind day after day and not mind that it's a grind. It really is a grind. That's really the biggest flaw that I see. And I also feel like maybe the cars get a little bit too loose at times, and that kind of fucks up their momentum in the career series. Which I've not tried anything but the sprint cars, but I feel like it gets a little bit too loose, and it would be nice to be able to, like, do something to tighten it up when you're not on, like, racing. If you're, like, on racing aids, it doesn't let you change the car setup, and I feel like I don't like my cars that loose. Like, I don't like being able to, like, drift. And I guess that's kind of the name of the game around, like, that kind of stuff with sprint cars. But the biggest thing I saw with career mode, it's a grind, and I'd like to be able to sim some of those races. Maybe it's a track that I don't have fun at. Maybe it's a track that I know that I'm not good at. Maybe it's a track that, frankly, is just too small for me to race on effectively. Because I don't like to use the brake. My style of racing isn't using the brake much. It's kind of, not gliding, but kind of rolling into the corners, and then hitting the glass out of the corners. I don't like to use the brake much. And there's a few of them that, if you don't use the brake, you're going to be fucked. You're not going to have a good race at all. And one of those tracks I can talk about specifically, those cars, they get too loose, and you're using the brake. That's one thing. But, like, if you spin out, it fucks your momentum up, and it's like a really small track. It's like maybe, it's like if you guys play Wreckfest, basically, it's like a smaller version of it's it's like half the size of the not the Georgia Bloomfield Speedway of or a raceway, however the fuck you say it, I don't know. But it's like half that size. And that's a really, really small track. And like you literally can't go into the corners like you think you should have. Like I do in the NASCAR series, I do really good at high banked, like Bristol and stuff like that. Um, but I have trouble at smaller tracks, and the banking isn't even there. Like I think the banking is really small, like it's almost flat. And I know that all of those tracks are like really, really like real actual speedways. But here's the thing: why can't I sim? If I know I'm not going to be able to do good, if I know I'm going to fuck it up because I don't race well there in person, why can't I sim? What's the hurt in just simming a little, like 1 or 2 races? So I'd like to be able to sim, and that was 5 minutes almost spent just on career mode. I feel bad. Now let's go to the race now. I haven't played a lot of that. Really, the only time I played race now was when like the full game was installing. Like it had installed in my, but then I had to download all these things. I bet, and that took like maybe 35 minutes around the time. So I got to racing, and I did find it fun. It would be nice to be able to like, especially like when it's still downloading, be able to actually like change your car number. Like I didn't like 99. I like the number 86. It's my favorite number. I hold it dear to my heart for personal reasons that are hockey related. So I always choose 86 because it's my lucky number. It's my favorite number, and it's a unique number too. So it's not like a lot of people are going to be taking that. Like NASCAR, I think only one part timer in the past has had it, and that was in the Xfinity series. And I don't remember really seeing it a whole lot on, like, let's say, fucking, the sprint cars or anything like that. I don't. It's a rare number to see, in racing. So I like to use that number in racing. Um, and actually, I like to use the number in everything. If it's available, I will happily take that number because it's my lucky number and I love it. But off topic, god damn it, I do that a lot. I am sorry. I am so sorry. But back on topic, I'd like to be able to change like the driver thing, the driver number, because off the bat, I had to use 99, which then when the full game downloaded, I 100% fucking changed it because I don't like that number 99. So it was really nice to be able to change it. Another really knock on the race now is there's only one track really available to race on. And I think, I don't remember what it was, but like there was only one track that I was able to race on until the full game downloaded. And it just kind of got old after 2 races. I literally had to quit out of the third race because I'm like, okay, this is getting boring that I can't fucking go anywhere else, do anything else. And I think another thing that the race now was really missing is being able to play as different drivers. Like, not be able to fucking change the drivers. Like, I'd like to be able to play as, like, Tony Stewart or fucking Michael Waltrip or somebody like that. Other than just purely my custom car. That's not even really freaking custom because it hasn't downloaded and I haven't had time to be able to do it and get it to what I like. Like, if you want to see my custom car, feel free to follow me on Instagram and all that stuff. And I'll happily show it to you, but basically, like, I'd like to be able to customize, and a little bit more customization would be nice too, like sponsors. In the custom, when you go to customize, I'd like to be able to have a few more sponsors, like maybe get CSX, or if you other sponsors other than just what you have now, because I don't even know a lot of those brands. Like CSX would be nice, maybe US Navy, Army, maybe some sponsors from Tony Stewart's own past, like Old Spice, maybe Home Depot, maybe Office Depot, maybe, you know, stuff like that would be really freaking nice to have. And I just overall, this game is really, really fun, honestly, to play. Especially online, which I'm gonna get to next. It's really fun. So I definitely recommend picking it up. These are just, I don't like to be negative. It's a really fun game. And it's a really good base. Like, I feel like if they keep building on this base, maybe year after year they release, like, another game, like they do with NASCAR Heat or Madden, with, in EA's hands, or NHL series in EA's hands, like they release one. I think that they really have something that can create a really fun series early on. Like, this is a really great thing to build off of. In coding, you have to start small. You have to take things one step at a time. Otherwise, you're gonna get overwhelmed and all that fun stuff. So basically, if you can have a game this good and then build off of it year after year, like maybe add this in career, maybe add another thing in that, and just add things little by little, you're gonna have a really great game in no time. So basically, that's all I'm saying. Okay, so now I'm going to online. Not a lot of people play this game yet, which means that the people that are online, which I guess there's a fair amount, but like there's nothing compared to like NASCAR Heat. There's only I'd say about 5% of what NASCAR Heat has, just based on what I viewed today, because I just downloaded the game today and basically it just didn't have a lot of people playing. I'd like to see a lot more people playing because it's a really fun game. And the fact that people quit out kind of just made it not fun. So maybe get together with your buddies or get together with some people you know, or I guess you can play with randoms if you want to, but play some online together. Get good at the game together. And I think that this could be a really good like squad building activity if your squad likes to play like gaming, games racing, like maybe iRacing too. So yeah, that's really all I have to say on this topic. I haven't really tried any of the other modes, honestly. But I may make a part 2 once I try the other modes. But yeah, I think that's enough to maybe give you guys a video with some insight into what this game is, what it lacks, what it needs, just in my eyes. Here's the thing that I think that they did actually really well with the career, though, because I don't want it all to be negative with the career. I love that they allowed you to actually name your own team, like type in a name. Like I used my real name plus racing at the end. And basically, that's the thing. Like I'd like that to be able to be taken over to like the career mode in the NASCAR Heat series and be able to name my own team. And I feel like the create the team feature thing would be a lot more fun and a lot more, I'd be able to stick with it a lot more if I'm able to like use my own name. Be like, okay, yeah, I own this team. I'm gonna build it from the ground up. Because I tried it the last few games that it was in there, and it just wasn't good enough. I was like, okay, I want to win. I don't have any skin in the game at this team. This team's a ground-up team. I want to win. I want to do well, and I want to get up there. And I think that kind of building it from the ground up would be a lot more worth it if you're able to like use your own name or like customize your name in that team, or maybe add your name to a team or something like that. But basically, that's really all I have to say. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.